Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Ohio State takes down Texas 28-14. They're seeking their first national championship since 2015 when the Buckeyes will face Notre Dame Monday, January the 20th. Ohio State defensive Jack Sawyer forced a fumble, sack, strip sack, forced fumble, scooped it up, and then guess what? He took off, and that basically iced the ball game as they win 28-14. Ocho.
What happened? What happened?
Look here. I don't look, because you and I, we don't really sit down and break down film to evaluate players properly. But I know my eyes.
Talk to me.
For the evaluators to have Quinn Ewers evaluated so high, he doesn't do anything to elevate anybody. It's the players around him. I mean, he's missing throws. That game, Ohio State. Yes, Texas, 14-14. The guy runs like a little square out, Ocho. He oversells him. Bro, that's a routine throw. If you can't make that throw with no pressure, what throw can you make?
It's all about
for me, I just look at him, Ocho. I just look at him as average.
I mean, listen, most collegiate quarterbacks are average. And the ones that aren't average, you know what they do when you watch them on film? It pops out.
They jump out
to you on film. Listen, it's no disrespect to him, but most of the collegiate quarterbacks are average. The two that we just saw play last night are average as well. There's really nothing special about these individuals. So when their time comes, when it's time to get drafted, I'm hoping the situation is beneficial for them, where the supporting cast is already in place, where they don't have to do much and they don't have to elevate their play to make those around them better. And I mean that in the most respectful way.
Right. It's hard, Ocho, because normally when you're a quarterback and you go high, you go into a team that doesn't have a whole lot of talent around it. Now, everybody is not going to be C.J. Stroud. Well, you have a Nico Collins, you have a Tank Dell, you make a trade for Dalton Schultz. I mean, you get Dalton Schultz in free agency. You have Noah Brown and guys that played well for you. That's normally not the case. Every once in a while, you get that. You'll get a situation where Andrew Luck and he had a Reggie Wayne. But for the most part, Ocho, you know, there's a reason why you lost all those damn games, because you don't have a plethora of talent to try to.
There's another example you can use as well. Jaden Daniels from LSU and going to the Commanders, who were bad, but also had a very, very good supporting cast. You know, with Brian Robinson, Terry McLaurin,
Zach Ertz at
tight end, Naomi Brown. I'm butchering his first name, but you know, he's fortunate. So I'm hoping whenever his time comes, you know, you got the hope. You got the hope to go to a place where they have the help around you, where you can grow at the position. Because right now, based on what I saw tonight,
you say average. I think he's slightly below. He made some few. No, real talk. And I'm not going to beat him up too bad, because he is a 19, 20-year-old kid. And he's not a professional, although he's making $3-4 million in NIL money. So he's played. So theoretically, he should be a professional. But that notwithstanding, he's 20. He's almost 22. Yeah. That notwithstanding, Ocho, I thought the situation, Sark, that second down, he made a toss. Why are you tossing it? Ohio State is loaded with speed. You're not getting to the edges on them. The one thing we know about Ohio State, name the person that's come out of Ohio State in the last decade that can't run. I'm talking about, it doesn't matter the position. I'm talking about O-line, D-line, linebackers, DBs, wide receivers, run it. They got one of the best speed programs in college football.
But this is what you got to do, Unc. In that case, you can't run downhill. The game is won in the trenches. Obviously, throughout the entirety of the game, it was a battle up front on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
So you know you can't run downhill. So if you can't run downhill and you can't toss, and the passing game wasn't what we're used to seeing them from both teams. It wasn't what we're used to seeing. So what do? You got to try something. You got to try something.
Look, Ocho, think about it. Ocho, they had They got pass in the end zone, pass interference, pass in the end zone, pass interference.
You had two chances. You had two chances where you got to reset downs, and you got closer to the goal line. And that Ohio State defense said,
I would have tried. I would have tried Ocho. I know the first play, but I would have tried one more time to run it straight ahead. But not just right into the line. I mean, damn. But I'm not tossing that ball wide. They got too much speed, and they're really good tackles. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think I only counted like maybe one missed tackle, maybe two at the most from Ohio State. When they arrive, the guys he's going down the ground. They do a great job. They're very sudden. They're very well coached, but they can run. Like I said, go back and look at their DBs that come out. They run 4-3. Go look at their wide receivers. They're 4-3. They're low 4-4s. Look at the D line. Vernon Golston at his size. Now, he couldn't play dead in a horror movie, but he was a hell of a football player at Ohio State. He could run 4-5 at his size. Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson, number 1 overall at damn near 300 pounds, ran 4.7. They can run. And especially defense, Ocho, they sideline to sideline. So basically, you're going to have to tack them, have to hit a crease to try to get something. But tossing that ball wasn't the way to go. But it just goes to show you, because even on that 4th down, Ocho, they brought Arch Manning in. Can you imagine on 4th down, they bringing a quarterback in for a quarterback in the NFL? Every once in a while, you'll see it, or like they'll come in with like a wildcat formation, or so who
the
does
Saints?
That a lot?
With the Saints.
With Taysom Hill. And sometimes they'll bring the tight end, and he go in motion, and then he'll get the Ravens do a lot of that with Mark Andrews. He'll go in motion, and then he'll get up and sneak it. But bro, Quinn Ewers, and I tweeted, I think all Texas UT alum will personally play for any mode of transportation to get Quinn Ewers out of Austin. Whatever you want, Uber, you want Lyft, you want train, you want a taxi, you want an airplane, they will gladly pay to get him up out of Austin. Man. They
had an opportunity, They had moment. There are moments where Ewers had to step up and be special.
And he didn't.
And those moments, they didn't happen. They didn't happen. He didn't make the throws. He didn't make the plays that he needed to make.
No. Ohio State is already favored by almost 10 points. They're a 9.5-point favorite over Notre Dame. And there are spots that, last week, Ohio State, the first 2 weeks, Ohio State looked unbeatable. Tonight, they look beatable now. There were some opportunities. Now, but here's the thing. Leonard might be worse than Ewers. So it's not like they're going to be a whole, Ocho, he that bad.
You think he's that bad, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He might be worse than yours. And that's saying something.
Dang.
That's saying something. Because the thing that Ohio State can do, they can get after your quarterback with 4. But they're not afraid to pressure your ass. They will bring pressure, but they're okay with 4. One of them, hold on, what's his name? I can't, JT. Just call him JT. I can't, that's a more last name. I ain't finna mess the man's name up. Oh, they better be glad he missed a portion of the game with that ankle injury. Because, boy, he was straight in hell. And he was the one that made that on 1st and goal, Ocho. He was the man that made the stop in the backfield. I'm like, are y'all going to block him? He the best defensive player. Y'all not going to even block him? But, man, Ohio State, they're favored, and rightfully so. I just feel that if they played their best football, I didn't think anybody in the college, after watching them play, I said if they played their best, if everybody plays their best, Ohio State is the best team in the college football. If they play their best. Now, that's a big if, because you need to play your best on that particular day.
So how do you feel about Notre Dame? What if Notre Dame goes out there and plays their best? Now, Notre Dame is no slouch, They're no slouch, especially defensively. I'm excited to see. I'm sure Notre Dame, I think they play a little bit more man as opposed to Texas, who played more zone with a 2 shell, where Jeremiah Smith wasn't able to have the type of game we were used to seeing him have, like he had against Tennessee, or the type of game he had against Oregon. Notre Dame is going to play a little bit more man. A little bit more man. You're going to have to show us. I don't think they're going to stray away from what they normally do. And this game was heavily occupied by the running backs, whether it be the running game or whether it be in the pass game. And two of the touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, for Ohio State.
Running back pass out of the backfield to the running back.
Screen out the backfield and in a dive play right up the A-gap.
No, you talking about for Ohio State or Texas?
I'm talking about Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, screen. But Ocho, that was heartbreaking because you're making a 7-7 ball game. And I don't know in that situation with 20 seconds, why would you need to get exotic? Why would you bring pressure and drop the in that situation? You don't need to get exotic. Let's just play straight coverage.
Oh, but the back came out the backfield
on that screen.
Yeah.
But number 4 has got to make that tackle. You can't throw and miss. You got to get the guy down. Okay, let's have a 20-yard game. Ocho, you can't let him hit his head on the goalpost in that situation. You just can't. You just can't. But Ohio State, Ohio looked good in spurts. And then Texas like, okay, Texas, you're right. You're right there. You're right there. They needed to get a cup because when they stopped Ohio State, Texas needed to get the ball back and get some first downs. But they would go right back out there, basically go 3 and out and punt the ball right back to Ohio State. I'm like, well, damn.
I think I think it might have been 7 minutes on the clock, and Ohio State had that long 11-12 play drive, and they were able to score. At that point, I knew it was sticky. I knew it was sticky. I knew it was going to be sticky from that point on because now Ewers, you have to step up and almost be like Patrick Mahomes. In those moments, in time when the pressure's on and the throws you're going to have to make to put your team and carry them on your back, it didn't happen. It didn't happen the way it did happen, and the ball went the other way.
But here's the thing, Ocho. Even though when they made it 21-14, Texas got the ball and went right down the field. Now, Ocho, again, see? Ocho, why would the tight end do that? He makes a great play, and then you point at the guy. You see, Ocho, now see? That's the stuff that I'm talking about. And then he like, oh, what happened? Bro, you know you can't do that. That's all, Ocho. That ain't something new. That's always been in the play.
Yeah. Caught in the moment.
Man, this was, like I said, Ohio State, look, they did a great job of neutralizing. I mean, if you think about it, Ocho, they did a great job of stopping the run. 23 carries for 82 yards. They didn't let them run wild on them like Oregon, like they ran wild with Oregon. They did a good
job. You got to understand.
They limited Jeremiah Smith. They gave up the one big play right before the half. But to give them credit, that could have been a backbreaker because that took a lot of life because you had gone the entire first half with no points. You get a touchdown with like 25, 30 seconds to go. And then you kick the ball off. They take it at the end and get on the 25 and then one play there in the end zone. So that could have been a backbreaker. But give Sark guys credit. They go in there, they regroup. They made it a ball game. 14. Hey, they tied up at 14. Ohio State scored a touchdown late in the ball game. 21-14. Texas get the ball. Ewers makes a couple of big throws. They're right back down the field. Give Ohio State credit. They said, okay, you down here. Now what you going to do? You ain't done anything until you get the ball into the end zone. Until you get all that's fine. And I know I saw UT fans, they going crazy. The burnt orange and white, they're going crazy because that's the Cotton Bowl. You're in Dallas, Texas. There are a lot of fans in Texas that went to UT. Ohio State said, bro, until you get this ball in the end zone, I don't know what y'all jumping up and down for. Watch this. First down. Second down. Second and goal. But you lose 3 yards. Fourth.
Listen.
I'm like, bro.
Penalties kill both of these teams. Penalties, a lot of penalties. Some in the first half, some in the second half. And I think the momentum, especially for Ohio State, it was in the first half where I think they could have gone up another. But they got a penalty back them 15 yards, and every time they got that 15-yard penalty, there was really, again, like we fussed about last night. We talked about being able to get 20 yards in one shot in one play. Look how difficult it was for them to recover on both sides of the ball, Texas too and Ohio State. But once they got them 15-yard penalty, it was impossible. The playbook shrinks significantly because there's only so many plays you can call to actually get a first down. You try to get it in chunks, but it's damn near impossible based on all the defensive plays you can call to prevent it from happening.
But the thing is, Ocho, is like a lot of times, like when you get it, like, okay, you get a big play and it's first down and they call it back. So now it's all of a sudden it's going to be 1st and 10 or 1st and 25. You just try to get 10 of it back. You don't try to get it all back. You just try to get it. So now let's make it 2nd and 15. Okay, let's get 7, 8 yards. Now we got something that we could deal with. It's just hard to consistently pick up 3rd and long. You start getting them 3rd and 8, 9, 10, 15. You might get 1 or 2 a game, but the likelihood of you making a living picking up that kind of distance is not very good. But like I said, Will Howard, 24-33, 289, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Bro, you got. Does anybody not see that buzz linebacker? That's what I just want to know. Does anybody see that buzz linebacker?
On the deep curl route.
But he buzzed right up underneath.
But you have to think about it. What I think he thought is with that play action fake, once he go down there and you draw them linebackers up, I don't think he expected a linebacker to be to drop that goddamn deep. Like that curl route, I'm talking about that was a deep curl. That was about 18 to 20 yards.
But see, the reason why the guy dropped, because he don't have any run responsibility. So if I ain't got no run responsibility, why I give a damn if he play fake it? That ain't my job. Offensive line and the Mike Backer got that. I got buzz. Guess what I got? I got flat to hook. So guess what I'm gonna do, Ocho? Ain't nothing to threaten me in the hook and the flat. Let me get my ass in the hook.
You know one thing about it, and I think it comes obviously with chemistry and timing, and then actually the quarterback and the receiver being on the same page. In the NFL, something like that, that same play, if you want to play inside the hook, I'm gonna come right on around that. And the quarterback gonna be able to see that, but he's gonna see that backer dropping into the hook and wait for the receiver come right off his ear hole and throw the ball right off his ear hole. Just come on back down to the ball.
But you know, in college, they don't really get that like that. Basically, he not reading it because he's coming straight back to the ball. So I'm thinking the quarterback seeing the guy up underneath me, he ain't gonna even tip to throw me the ball because you need something to like threaten him to the flat to make him get wide. And all I need is a crease. Make him get wide. But now nobody gets wide. He's gonna drop straight back to that hook to curl, whatever they call it. He's there. I'm like, bro, same thing happened last night. Notre Dame, when he got the pick. I'm like, bro, did y'all not see that man buzz that? I'm like, damn, what are y'all looking at? Do y'all not see that? I mean, I see it. And plus, Ocho, he stared him down too.
Yeah. You know what's funny? If I think even if he didn't stare him down, if you did, which is supposed to do as a quarterback, you get that ball after that play action fake and you look down the barrel of the safety in the middle of the field, I think the backer would still be in that goddamn lane because he knows his.
Yeah, because that's he hooked the curl. He got that, Ocho. That's his only responsibility. Son, guess what? Man, if he run an over route, that's not your responsibility. If they run the ball, that's not your responsibility. What is your responsibility? You let him catch that hook to curl, and the coach gonna cut your ass out because you got one responsibility. You got flat to hook.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
That's your responsibility. Do your job.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
Could have been better had Ewers played better.